be talking about the nervous system. This is Medical Terminology Spring 2018. There are three main functions of the nervous system: sensory input, integration, motor output. Sensory input consists of receptors within and near body surface, respond to stimuli, and send nerve impulses to central nervous system. The integration consists of CNS receives, processes, and interprets sensory input and decides what to do with it. The motor output consists of central nervous system sending out nerve impulses to effector organs, also known as muscles and glands, in response to sensory input. So they are all in order. The network of nerve cells and fibers that transmit nerve impulses between parts of the body, which consists of the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, the cranial, the autonomic, etc. A nerve conveys information in the form of electrochemical impulses carried by the individual neurons that make up the nerve. The impulses are extremely fast, conducting at a speed of 120 miles per second. Nerves are cells called neurons, which make up our nervous system. Nerves are specialized cells that carry messages from one part of the body to another, sending tiny electrical signals. There are three different types of neurons, each with a slightly different function. Sensory neurons carry signals from sensory receptors to the spinal cord and brain. Together, the spinal cord and brain make up the central nervous system, which is said above in the definition. They detect changes in the environment caused stimuli and turn into electrical impulses. Another would be relay neurons, carry messages from one part of the central nervous system to another. Motor neurons carry signals from the central nervous system to an effector, a part of the body that produces the response to signal, like muscles and glands. The human brain is the central organ of the human nervous system, with the spinal cord makes up the central nervous system. The brain consists of the cerebellum, the brainstem, and the cerebellum. It controls most of the activities in the body, processing, integrating, and coordinating the information it receives from the sense organs, and making decisions as it is instructed to send to the rest of the body. The brain is contained in and protected by the skull bones of the head. The cerebrum is the largest part of the human brain. It is divided into cerebral hemispheres, and the cerebral cortex is the outer layer of the gray matter, covering the core of the white matter. The spinal cord is the main pathway for information connecting the brain and peripheral nervous system. The human spinal cord is protected by the bony spinal column. The spinal column is made of bones called vertebrae. The spinal cord is a soft bundle of nerves that extends from the base of the brain to the lower back. It runs through the spinal canal and is protected by the bones of the spine. In other words, which is called the vertebrae. Your spinal cord is a bundle of nerves that runs down the middle of your back. And if it is carrying signals back and forth between your body and your brain, an injury can disrupt these signals. Within the spinal canal, formed from a central hole within each vertebra. The spinal cord is part of the central nervous system that supplies nerves and receives information from the peripheral nervous system within the body. The spinal cord consists of gray and white matter in a central cavity, the central canal. Adjacent to each vertebrae emerge spinal nerves. A reflex action often involves a very simple nervous pathway called a reflex arc. A reflex arc starts off with receptors being excited. They then send signals along a sensory neuron to your spinal cord, where the signals are passed on to a motor neuron. As a result, one of your motor glands is stimulated. Like, for instance, if I want to move, and then my brain sends signals to my arms and my legs to move.